So, you're thinking of selling your home while the market's hot. Maybe even thinking of going with a discount broker because it doesn't matter who you list with in a seller's market. In this video, I'll show you why it makes a difference with whom you list, especially in a seller's market, and how your bottom line can be negatively affected. Hey everybody, it's Doug Packard with Real Living in Orlando, Florida, and broker at Blue River Realty Group in Seminole County. Despite the proliferation of Zillow and other online marketing vehicles, the multiple listing service, the MLS, remains the most powerful marketing tool for you as a home seller. Why is that? When your home gets listed in the MLS, if it not only goes into the realtor's database, but that listing is published to hundreds or even thousands of syndicated consumer portals for the public to view. The most well-known are Zillow and Realtor.com, but it will also be sent to thousands of real estate agents and brokers' IDX-based consumer sites. I tell my seller clients, even when it's a buyer's market, our objective is to create a feeding frenzy over your home. How do you do that? More online views equals more showings equals more offers equals more dollars for you at the closing table. So you want to make sure your home, as presented in the MLS and other portals, attracts the most possible buyers and agents. Unfortunately, local agents make critical mistakes when listing your home that limit your number of lookers and thus can affect your bottom line by thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars and more. While these mistakes are not exclusive to the Orlando area, Orlando agents don't give us any shortage of material for a video like this. I see instances of these errors on a daily basis. Critical mistake number 1, not using virtual tours. Studies show that homes with virtual tours get 87% more views online. That's almost twice as many views. That's a no-brainer. You should use a virtual tour. Many agents don't want to pay for a virtual tour. They don't know how to create them themselves. The MLS actually gives you an option and creates a tour for you using your first 5 photographs. It's not a 360-degree tour or a 3D tour like you see here, but at least it's a tour and you're going to get more views online. That brings us to critical mistake number 2, is not using the right first 5 photos. This particular home uses 5 photos of the exterior or front exterior of the home. You do get a virtual tour, but this is what it ends up looking like. That's not really a virtual tour. It's more of a good look at 5 different views of the front of the house. Critical mistake number 3, pricing on the nines. This evolves from an old retail trick, and realtors have used it forever, thinking they're gaining some kind of psychological advantage. But here's what happens. You do a search for homes between $700,000 and $900,000. This listing priced at $699,000, $999,000 isn't going to show up. Agents should use the even number. You're not fooling anybody with the $999,000, and your listing will get more views with the even number. Critical mistake number 4, entering the listing before the photos are ready. We see this all the time. In their haste to get the listing immediate exposure, agents will enter the listing with only 1 or just a couple of pictures. You'll usually see a notation in the listing remarks that more photos are on the way or something to that effect. Why is this a mistake? When that listing is officially entered into the MLS, email updates from Zillow, Realtor.com, individual agent IDX sites, and even the MLS itself will go out to hundreds, maybe even thousands of buyers. How much interest do you think a buyer will have in a home that only has 1 picture of the front of the house? A typical buyer is going to lose interest and forget about the listing. Bottom line, agents should wait until they have professional photographs before entering a listing. Even if they have to wait a day or 2, your home's listing will perform much better with a full set of pictures. Or maybe you can do like this agent did and just enter one picture and don't bother to add any additional ones. And you can watch it sit on the market just like this one did. Critical mistake number 5, bad pictures. This is the most critical mistake agents make. We could spend hours on this subject. There are so many bad pictures out there. I'm a pretty good photographer myself, but I still use a professional photographer to take listing photos. Not just a pro photographer, but a pro real estate photographer. Have you ever looked at a set of listing photographs and this was your reaction? Not exactly the way you want your potential buyers to feel, is it? Sometimes the agent or photographer doesn't have the best material to work with, as in these pictures here. But why not make the effort to present the listing in a better light? No pun intended. Personally, I've spent hours helping sellers or photographers move furniture and remove clutter. It's amazing how lazy some agents can be. Here's an example. Not a bad set of listing photographs for the most part, but why would you not walk outside the screen to take a picture of the backyard? Come on. Now, this particular listing doesn't necessarily have bad photographs. It's just they're focused on the wrong thing. It's a picture of probably the foyer chandelier, maybe dining room. It's just what if your potential buyer doesn't like that particular style? Again, same thing. And then there's this. What are we selling here? Certainly not a tabletop arrangement. Come on. Another fixture picture. Now, I don't mean to pick on anybody, but this next listing provided so much material for this video, and it belongs to, or the owner is the listing agent, so it even makes it more incredible. Now, what are we selling here? A sofa, Southwest decor, a painting, maybe? There's no sense of the depth perception on the rooms. There you got a picture of the next door neighbor's shingles, maybe. Totally out of focus picture of the kitchen with plenty of clutter on the countertops. An agent should know better. Get the stuff off the refrigerator. There's the breakfast area, but no sense of how it relates to the kitchen. That's an obvious iPhone portrait photo. Same here. Just more pictures with no depth whatsoever. I don't know what we're selling here. Maybe the bed. There you got a picture of the bathroom. Clutter on the countertops. The door takes up a third of the photo, and then you've got a reflection of the flash in the mirror. Just totally unprofessional. Another iPhone picture. A reflection of the photographer right there. And no sense of what we're looking at here. Another iPhone photo. Not sure what that's supposed to be either. Got the sun shooting right into the sun right there. Got the finger in the photo. And there's a terrible picture of the backyard with the next door neighbor's window overlooking the patio, and a finger in the picture again. I guess we're selling furniture here, maybe. Same here, selling the cabinet, selling the corner of the room or the desk chair, maybe. That's enough of that. An interesting caveat to that last listing: it sold after 2 open house dates, Saturday and Sunday, on the market. That shows you what kind of market we're in. But the question is, how much money did the seller have to leave on the table because of those terrible photographs? This one really cracks me up. You're asking $1,150,000 for the property, and this is the photograph that you choose for everyone to see to represent the property. It's a picture of 2 windows. Unbelievable. And then a bunch of pictures of flowers. Lots of blooming flowers.
Ours is pretty. I've always thought that.
Well, I agree, Carl. They are pretty, but we're trying to sell a house here, not flowers. Here's a funny one for you. Wait for it. There it is, the ever-popular running kitchen faucet picture. Someone's attempt to be artistic has now become a trend. I'm not sure what it shows us other than the fact that the kitchen faucet does indeed work. This one here gives us some good examples of things you shouldn't do. Close the garage door when you're taking the front photograph. That's not terrible. Shot of the front door. But then look at this. Boxes and a box springs leaning up against the wall. How much time would it have taken to move those out of the picture? Clutter on the bathroom sink, countertop. And cleaning supplies on the kitchen countertop. Might have taken 30 seconds to move that out of the way. Maybe move some furniture or take the picture at a different angle on this one. Bad lighting there. And you got a column on the right hand side there obscuring the full view. Why not take a couple of steps out and show the whole pool? Paper towels and rags on the kitchen counters. That's great. That's a nice blurry picture of the front on this one. That's an obvious iPhone portrait style photo. And then you got the nuclear explosion outside the windows and clutter. Not sure what they're trying to show there other than the window itself, the sliding glass door itself. Clutter on the countertops. And then move this table out of the picture. You're making the kitchen look cramped there. And there's a picture of a nice narrow hallway. Can't explain that one. No blue sky. Kind of important to have blue sky and maybe some puffy clouds in the picture. You got a car in the driveway. Again, this house is priced at $800,000, and the picture of the column obscuring the pool. Another explosion outside the window. A flash, a good flash would cure that. Same thing there. Cluttered bedroom. At least move the backpack. Move the towels. And then a bath mat right outside the shower. That's great. More clutter on the countertop. Even more on that one. It's an $800,000 listing. That's just ridiculous. Critical mistake number 6, bad writing. Look, I'm not the grammar police, but if you can't write at all, then hire somebody to do it for you. And if you choose the wrong words or make a lot of spelling mistakes, then hire a proofreader or something. It does make a difference to a buyer. They notice these things. I'm picking on the same listing again, but there's a lot of examples here. They repetitively use the phrase "this home," "this kitchen." Every sentence seems to start with "this something," "this gym," "this kitchen," "this home." That's just a really good example of really bad writing. With this listing, it's not so much the writing is bad, it's just the spelling errors and proofreading. You don't spell immediately that way, and you don't spell bedrooms that way. Whether they're typos or not, they should have been proofed. Again, I'm not the grammar police, but these next two listings have an incorrect usage of the word notorious. This one's talking about a builder notorious for their quality of construction, and this one talks about neighborhood notorious for boasting a 3-car garage. Well, notorious has a negative connotation. That word should be famous, not infamous or notorious. And here's an incorrect usage of infamous, talking about the infamous Garden Rebel. I'm sure Vince Sims, the Garden Rebel, would rather be known as famous than infamous. Critical mistake number 7, overpricing. We see this quite often. A listing agent will promise a price they can't deliver and then hit the seller up for price reductions until it's at a price where it can sell. This particular example is priced at $625. Look where it started, $985, and then dropped to $785, and now it's $625. The listing gets stale and buyers think there's something wrong with it because it's not selling, and they don't look, and it ends up sitting on the market for a long time. Another example, this one was on the market for 121 days. You see the original price, $820, and ended up selling for $700. Your losses can be pretty substantial when you overprice to begin with. So that's our list of 7 critical mistakes listing agents make in the Orlando area when listing a home. It's by no means an exhaustive list, but it's the errors we see on a daily basis that are having a profound negative impact on sellers' bottom lines. If you have any questions about how your home should be marketed, what you can do to make it sell for more than you ever imagined, or if you'd like to know what it's really worth today, please feel free to call, text, or email me anytime, day or night. More than 3 decades of intense study of real estate marketing has taught me a lot, and I'm more than happy to share that knowledge with you. Be sure to check out our area vlog on Longwood and the Markham Woods area right here. And don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified when we post a new video.